everyone, it's Anne from Anneliese's Creations. I'm here to do Journal 52 this week, and it's week 7 already. And this week's prompts are nerdy love or self-love. And I've chosen to do self-love. I was going to do nerdy love, and I just really couldn't, even though I'm kind of a nerd, I couldn't really pinpoint one specific thing I could do my nerdiness on. It was more than several things, and so I couldn't really narrow it down, so I decided to do self-love. So without further ado, I'm going to get started. Alright, so I'm back, and I'm going to be using Tim Holtz's paper. It's like a tissue paper, but not quite. It doesn't get wrinkly. It's kind of cool, actually. It's almost like a blended type paper. It's not, you can't really tear it very easily, but you still can, but it's a little bit more sturdy than tissue paper. And it's from his Ideology line, and it's called Postal. So I'm going to be using that, and then I'm going to be using some of the fluid acrylics from Deco Art, and it's the media line, and I think I used the magenta, and then I used the quinacridone magenta for it. And then the rest is pretty self-explanatory. You can see me working with the process, and just enjoy. Grab something to drink like tequila or wine or coffee or whatever time of day this may be. And you guys have to remember, it's 5 o'clock somewhere else in the world, so it's okay to grab a drink, right? Anyways, enjoy. Thanks for watching. Bye. I've decided to include a picture of me, alright? And I took this off of a app that I have on my iPad that recreates like a painting, or like an oil painting, or watercolors or pencil or whatever. So I did it on my iPad, and just had a picture of me, and then took the app and had it change my picture to make it look like a watercolor. It's a great way to save time sometimes, to use an app to incorporate it in your art, or pictures or whatever, to alter them in your art. So I'm going to use this one, and I'm thinking I'm going to do it in kind of a funky way. I don't want to include all of my hair in this, okay, because I'm going to be doing something around my head. So I'm thinking of putting myself sort of in the middle of this, okay, and then doing what I intend on doing, okay? So enjoy my process, all right? So first I'm just going to cut around my hair, my head here, and then I'll decide whether I want to keep my hair or whether I want to get rid of it. Okay. And I'm just kind of cutting around what I think, looks good in this. Okay, so kind of like that, I think. Let's see. Yeah, that looks okay. All right, so I'm going to put myself right around here. All right, so I'm going to do that first, and then I'll come back in and add what I'm intending on adding to this. So enjoy my process, because I'm going to speed through now. Alright, so while this is drying, I dried a little bit of it off, but while this side's drying, I'm going to come in, and I've got some jelly printed papers that I did a while ago. So I'm going to use these, and I'm incorporating these colors into my work. And so you'll see what I'm going to do in a minute. Okay. With my black Stabilo all, and I'm going to draw out some leaves. You'll see what I'm going to use these for in a minute, okay? But I'm just drawing some shapes of leaves, okay? Alright, right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these out, these shapes out. So I'm going to make it really quick. I'm going to speed through this part, okay? I've cut out all my leaves, okay? I was thinking of putting them kind of like in my hair, almost like a speed through this part, so enjoy my process. And I'm having this hot chocolate. It's the middle of the afternoon, and it's windy, and it started to get cold here again. We had some really amazing weather, and now it's cooled down again, and the winds really picked up, and I was out running errands today. So I came back and decided I needed, I have to catch up on my Journal 52 and get it up and stuff. And so I came home and made myself some hot chocolate and thought, okay, I better get in my studio here and start working. Okay, so that's where I am now, right? Alright, so I'm back. I'm using the DecoArt Dimensional Effects Paintable Texture Paste, which means that you can paint over it once it's dry, or you can mix it with paint to give it some color. To me, DecoArt Dimensional Effects Paintable Texture Paste is just a fancy word for molding or modeling paste, depending on the brand that you're using. I'm using a Dina Wakley stencil. I believe it may be called Hearts. It's made by the Crafters Workshop, I believe is the name of the company that makes her stencils. So you will be seeing me placing the stencil in different areas of my page. So enjoy! Okay, so I'm back to do this. So I've put some leaves on around my face, and now the hearts represent, self-love. And then I decided to do leaves, and I'm gonna write words that relate to my self-care. Okay, things that I should learn for self-love, self-care, that kind of thing. So first off, I'm gonna take a Faber-Castell pen, and I think I'm going to use a black one to outline the leaves a little better. Alright, so now I'm coming in with a uni ball, and I'm going to write what I feel should be ways of self-love. So, like exercise, eat healthy, art, what else? And I'm going to zoom in a little so you can see this better, okay? So I'm just drawing what I think are what my self-love should be, okay? Art. Take 5 or breathe. Breathe. When things get stressful, breathe. What else could I put? And I'm not going to fill all these leaves up. I'm just going in different areas of the leaves. I'm not going to put everything in there because it's just too much. Drink H2O. Okay. Long walks. Just to take in the scenery. Okay. Look around you. Look around. You know, look around your surroundings. Appreciate what you have. That's part of self-love and self-care. Sleep. I suffer from insomnia, so sleep is important and it's a way of self-care, and yeah. What else? Long walks, exercise, art, eat healthy, breathe, sleep, exercise. What are other ways? Take 5. Like take 5 minutes in the day just to, you know. Take 5. Okay. What else could there be? I don't know. I don't know, guys. What else should I do? Appreciate life. Avoid negativity. You know, there's too much negativity in our life. Avoid negativity.
All right, so next I'm going to come in and add some color to the hearts that I put down with the molding paste or modeling paste, and I'm going to add some color to it now. I could have mixed paint with it, and that's probably what I should have done in the first place, but I really wasn't sure where I was going with this, so I'm coming in with a paint pen to add color. So I'm coming in with a Posca paint pen, a white pen, but I was going back over some writing that I had already put down, and because the pen that I had used earlier was black and it was not permanent, it was water soluble, that when I put the paint pen down it started turning it gray, but that's okay. And I'm writing down the words "learn to love yourself," which is very important. And then I'm going to come in and add some finishing touches to my journal page, and yeah, so enjoy.
All right, so I'm going to come in and I'm going to quickly do the edge, add some color to the edges and a little bit of, you know, kind of finishing touches. So enjoy my process, all right? Use my heat gun, it melts my portfolio, which are a oil pastel, but they're water soluble, kind of like the nail pastels or the nail colors, I should say, of from Caran d'Ache. But these seem to melt a lot easier than the ones that are from Caran d'Ache. So let me show you what I mean by that. See how it kind of melted into the wax, kind of melted a little bit into the modeling paste that was there. I like that effect. So yeah, so that's it for today, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this process. I hope you enjoyed the process of Journal 52, week 7, and that you'll come back and join me for next week for my next process video of Journal 52. So thanks for joining me, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. See you later. Bye. Toodles. Have a wonderful rest of the week and have a great weekend. Bye.